I've been an Amazon FBA seller for 5 years now, and I can't express how much this actually works and how much if a skill that you develop in this area will do the majority of the work for you and how much you succeed. So, without further ado, let me show you what I'm talking about. Like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So, back in my previous videos, I have mentioned that I look for old and boring markets, and there's a strong reason why I actually look for old and boring markets, guys, is essentially, and apologize, I am very sick right now, but I really care about you guys, so I'm willing to even be sick and really create videos because you guys, because I actually genuinely care about you guys. But essentially, the reason why I look for old and boring markets is because it enables the ability to make the person stop and click on something way more appealing when everybody else is boring. So on Amazon, when we go on the first page, there's about 50 listings on here, right? We got sponsored, organic listings, so many different ones. And the reason why I love old and boring markets is if we have something that's 2020 type branding, something that is very visually appealing, and we make the customer click on ours compared to everybody else's, and it's so simple but so effective. If everybody's just coming to our listing, guys, even if we don't have the best conversion rate, like, we're going to be absolutely murdering it. And my whole point, guys, it's like old and boring markets are such an incredible opportunity because nobody is doing something visually appealing and the customer is just blank boring. So this is like an incredible area of opportunity. So like I said, there's something so important about an edgy listing, guys, or especially if the customers hates deers and they hate deers on their flowers. What I'm talking about is this type of level, something that's kind of very like visually appealing because you have to one make the customer stop and say, "What is this?" And one that then comes to your title next, right? So they look at your image of your package and they say, "What the heck is this?" They read the title, it has to match exactly what they're searching for. And sometimes what I like to do is I'll put the search terms, like the main search terms customers are looking for, and I'll look at Helium 10. And I will put those in my title and make it make sense to the customer in the easiest possible way. Soon as it makes sense, they're going to click on it, right? There's there's such a high value in making the journey to the customer when clicking on it, clicking on your product, the easiest possible, most efficient journey possible. Because that portrays high value and the time it takes for them to recognize something that is exactly what they want and them noticing it. The time it takes, the smaller time it takes, guys, the higher chance you'll have in succeeding on getting orders. So what I suggest to you guys is there's not much branding like this out there, and it's so easy to create. We can literally go on Fiverr right now, and you could literally go on Fiverr and find a tattoo artist to create your brand character, right? Give them a few designs. And what I did on ChatGPT with my rebrand is I created like 50 different designs like this. I came up with 50. I came up with five of my favorites, and I said, this is kind of the area of design I want for my brand character. And then I created a name around my character that made sense, that was appealing to the customer. And then, yeah, and then I found a packaging manufacturer, and we're paying about $1 a unit for a package. But I mean, with people, with how important packaging is, guys, like I've actually seen so many articles of people talking about how they'll just buy a product with a way better package, and because it just looks way more appealing and it portrays higher value. And the reason why I essentially go into old and boring markets is the feeling of being in an old and boring market is bored, terrible, you know what I mean? Just no emotion. And if we look at like a Forbes article of what they said of product packaging and how it plays into profitability, they essentially talk about how it's an emotional experience when people see it. And if you're the only one in the market driving that emotion, guys, like your click through rate's going to be incredible, like amazing. And it says, where products compete for attention in crowded shelves and online platforms, the significance of packaging cannot be overstated. It serves as the first point of contact between the brand and the prospective customer, profoundly influencing the consumer behavior and perceptions. Exactly. So Especially with a customer who's willing to spend more, guys, like an enthusiast customer, this is so crucially important. I can't express it enough. This is actually a crazy stat, guys. I think this will really motivate you guys to have the best packaging possible. It says research in consumer psychology consists of highlights and impact of packaging on purchasing decisioning, with studies indicating that most consumers make judgments about a product based on its packaging alone. In 2018 survey, 72% of American consumers stated that their purchase decisions were influenced by product packaging design. So if that doesn't motivate you guys enough to have the best possible branding, I don't know what does. And it is the secret that everybody is too lazy to do. It's the best opportunity right now. Can't even state it enough. So that is really it though for today's video is really getting down this aspect, guys, will do the majority of the work for you in a market where the customer is willing to spend more. So it's a hobby or a problem you're solving. Deer repellent is also a great example of that. You're solving a problem, keeping deers away from the flowers, everything, and it's an emotion they want, and they do not want to have that emotion of their flowers going away. If you guys like today's video, like and subscribe. I appreciate you for watching. All links are down below. If you ever want to ask me questions, I have a free Patreon down below too. You guys take care.